You're listening to the Happy Workaholic podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman. This show was once about business, LinkedIn, and my life with an autoimmune disease. And then one day I found out I was misdiagnosed, so I had to switch things up a bit. Life is so short, and when you're given a second chance, you better believe I'm going to take it, celebrate it, and share it with you. I'm on a mission to help women take their business and life to that next level they deserve to be at. This show is intended to elevate your mind, upgrade your business, enhance your life, and become part of a positive and uplifting community. Inspiration, motivation, and determination are what got me to where I am today, and I cannot wait to share these amazing stories of other female entrepreneurs who will be featured on the show. If you have a story or brand you want to share, send me a message on Facebook and Instagram today. You can find me at The Happy Workaholic. I would love to connect with you. Do you want a live chat during this episode? Make sure you're listening on iHeartRadio. I'm here to remind you to work hard, stay humble, follow your dreams, and never, ever give up. Thanks for taking the time to subscribe to the Happy Workaholic podcast. And now let's get into today's show. Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new show. You are listening to episode number 175. It is November 1st, Friday. I am recording from Las Vegas. I have been here quite a few times over the last couple of months, and I just am so excited to finally be recording a new show. Now, I want to start off by saying why I went a little MIA, and also what I always tell my clients when they want to take a break from podcasting is make sure you let your audience know. And that's just something I didn't do. And I'm here to explain why and what's been going on and what's to come. So let's see. I have been suffering from like some crazy severe depression. And I always have, like when I was going through this illness and being misdiagnosed and all of that, and I was on meds, and then I got it because I wasn't on meds and all of these things. I'm no longer on meds. I'm on vitamins. And this depression just came out of like nowhere. And if you've been following me for a while and you've been listening to the show, I'm very scheduled. I have like my morning routines. I do my meditation and all this stuff. So I ended up having to go to a dispensary to get some more CBD oil to help with my anxiety. But I just was in this like deep depression, and I feel like I couldn't get out. And, you know, I go to the beach every day, and it's just like some days I just couldn't even get out of bed. The one thing I always do is my clients' work. And then I just like put mine to the side. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't show up online. I couldn't do my Instagram stories. Obviously couldn't record a podcast. I was burnt out and just done with the world. My stress level had just hit like a whole nother, like it's just too much sometimes, life. And that's where I was, and I couldn't, I took a break from social media. I was just trying to get my head into a space where it should be and where it was. And I just, when you hit a certain level of stress, for me in particular, it just turns into depression. And that's what happened. So I couldn't show up for you. I couldn't even tell you where I was or like what's going on. I couldn't be online. I couldn't record. I was just like living a mute, depressing life, and just taking care of my clients. I have a lot of shows in pre-production. I have 9 right now. And, I'm banging out that work, but I just like couldn't do my own. I couldn't like create. I couldn't even like talk. And for me, that's difficult because I'm so used to sharing my life online. So then it really made me think, like, what is life like when you're not living it online? I've been living a life on the internet for so many years, and I just don't even know what it's like to like not be like that. So I tried it out, and it's just like crazy to me because we're so used to like posting where we are, posting our coffee online, doing Instagram stories and just sharing our story and going on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. Like I've just been online, running businesses online for so long. Like I don't know what it's like not to have my phone and not be able to post stuff. And I just like honestly couldn't even do it. And I was getting so many messages from people like, are you okay? Where are you? Because I just stopped posting and I just didn't have it in me. I couldn't create. I couldn't do anything. And I just took a break. And in life, you just need to take a break and you need to clock the F out and just focus on yourself. And that's it. And that's what I've been doing. And then it really made me think, I've been going through this EMDR therapy for this PTSD and trauma I have from being misdiagnosed, and all the stress I have now is honestly from the legal case. And it's a lot. And with the therapy and the legal case and running my business and everything, like, I don't stop and take a minute for myself and like really think like what's going on with me. Like when people ask me about my life and my podcast and everything that I've gone through, specifically with my legal case, I tell the story like it's someone else. Like I don't realize what I'm saying. And now lately, I'm realizing like what those words actually mean. And it's like killing me. And without like getting emotional, I'm like, holy shit, like I'm living through this. Like, how is this my life? It's so crazy. But it is. And one of my clients did a podcast where she was saying everything happens for you and not to you. And so many of my friends say that as well. And I have to just and I preach this to my friends that haven't been preaching it to me. So it's kind of like full circle moment. But you just have to keep that in the back of your mind that things are happening for you and not to you. I'm like, why did this happen to me? So I could share this story, so I could help thousands of other patients, so that I could have this podcast and have a great business and be able to show other women how they can have podcasts and share their important messages and stories and expand their business and their brands. That all came out of being sick. I needed a platform to use my voice, and my voice can make me money if I were going to be blind and paralyzed. So that's how this all started. And it's just crazy. Like I realize now like what I've missed. And I've missed my life. God, I wasn't going to get emotional. I even have all my notes in front of me, so like I wasn't going to cry. But, I cry every day. So many times because I am now going through this like grieving process. I'm grieving a lot of things, but more importantly, I'm grieving the life that, I've missed out on all these years. I'm like a robot. And now that I realize that, like, it's so crazy. Like, I just spoke on my depression, but by the way, I'm like losing my voice because I'm in Vegas. It's so freaking cold. And, I don't know, I get like allergies or something. But anyway, oh God, I'm going to try not to like cry this whole episode. But this is why I couldn't record because I was like crying all the time. So I'm going through this grieving process, and I'm remembering a lot of things from my past, and it's crazy. Like I've been listening to 90s music. I've been listening to different playlists on Spotify, and I'm remembering like all these words to these songs. I know this must sound so crazy, but that triggers memories. It's insane. So I keep listening. That's like now I'm back online and like on Instagram stories again. And you'll see like I keep posting like all these 90s tunes and playlists because it's helping my memory. But yeah, so I couldn't record because I've been crying all the time. Like I cry so much, and I've always been like a super emotional person, but I've always been crying and then like laughing at the same time. But now I'm just like uncontrollably crying. Like it's insane. I can't stop crying. And then obviously I'm like laughing, like I'm totally fine, but like it's just like these emotions. Like there's certain shows I lose my mind that I watch on Hulu. I just like am bawling hysterically, like New Amsterdam. I love that show, but it reminds me of a lot of the things I've gone through, and I feel like that show, like I need to be watching it. It's so good, by the way, if you haven't seen it. It's on their second season. But so that's where I've been. That's what's going on, what was going on, and why I couldn't record. And I'm sorry I couldn't like explain this to you, but when you're going through a really bad depression, like there's just no words sometimes. There's just a shitload of tears. So that's where I've been. I'm obviously feeling a lot better now because I'm recording, and I have so many shows that are about to launch over the next couple of months for my clients that I can't wait to share. And I also have a ton of series. Well, I shouldn't say ton. There's 4 series I've been working on. I've mentioned quite a few times on other episodes, and those series are going to be for professional patients such as myself that have been misdiagnosed or have a really important health story to share. I want to be able to give you this platform to tell your story. The whole purpose about this series is so that we can help others and let them know, like, you have to be your own advocate. End of story. And so that I've been working on. I have another series for fellow podcasters. I have another season, the 3rd season of the I Chose This Life series, which features other female entrepreneurs that are sharing their story of how they got to where they are today and why they chose the life that they have now. And then lastly, my 4th series is going to be all about LinkedIn and other female business owners that have really utilized LinkedIn to leverage their career in the business that they're in now. And so I'm really excited to bring you those series. So if you fall under any of those categories and you have a story to share, you can definitely reach out to me online. Visit me at thehappyworkaholic.com. Shoot me a message, send me a DM on Instagram, message on Facebook, however you want to reach me. Go ahead and do so. I'd love to hop on a call with you and see if it's a good fit for an episode. And speaking of reaching out to me, there are 2 ways that I want to let you know that if you are listening to this episode now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to tune in. I want to let you also know that my show is available on iHeartRadio. And if you want to chat with me right now while you're listening, head on over to iHeartRadio, download the app. It's also available on the desktop as well. And we could talk while you're listening right now. So if you have a question, I can answer. And then also, I have a new number where you can text me. So if you want to text me now and say that you're really interested in one of these series, you'd like to be on my show, I would love to give you the opportunity and the platform in order to do so. By the way, I'm now in 64 countries. This show is in 64 freaking countries. Like, this is so insane to me. And my stats are insane, especially when I didn't push out new shows for a month. And, I'm looking at the numbers for specific episodes, and that's why I'm creating these series, because those are the most downloaded. So it just makes sense. So if you guys ever have a question, comment, concern, you could always text me now. So that I'm going to put the number in the show notes, but the number is 760-474-8675. And you can shoot me a text and we can chat and connect. If you're somebody that doesn't want to live a life online, social media, I get it. I just took a hiatus. Totally get it. Hiatuses are, is that a word? Hiatuses. It's definitely smart to take a hiatus when you live a life online every now and then, like you just need one. It's good for your mind, body, and soul. Highly recommend. If you are not online on social media, we can still chat, so you can text me. So again, that number is 760-474-8675, and that number will be available in the show notes, so you can reach me on that number at any time. And it's on my phone, so I always have my phone. So feel free to text me with any questions you have about any episodes you've listened to and what's to come. So something else through, over the last couple of weeks is, grieving like my old life and realizing like how much I've missed. My whole life was like traveling for years. I've been extremely lucky to have careers that allow me to travel the world for work. And I really, really miss that. And where I am now in my life, it's like, it's revolving around this legal case and I'm just over it. Like, I want to live my life. So I decided to pack up my apartment and put all my shit in storage. I sold a couple things. I'm still trying to sell a couple more, just like paintings, this Valentino bag I've been trying to sell forever, some vases, just like random things that like are no longer serving me. Like I don't need them. A lot of the things have been purchased in Vegas and they give me anxiety looking at them because they were in my room when I was going through chemo, and it just like brings me back to that like unhealthy mindset I had, or I shouldn't even say unhealthy mindset because I had a really good mindset going through that, but it's like a trigger, and I'm like over it. Like I don't want to have anything anymore that like reminds me of that time because I'm trying to heal and grieving first and healing like at the same time. It's been really hard. And so I just don't want to look at this shit. So I'm selling it. But anyway, I put all my stuff in storage, and I was determined, so determined to get my office, my life, and everything down to one suitcase and a small suitcase and then my purse. And I did it. I was staying at my friend's, and she's like, oh my God, I cannot believe how much stuff you have in this little. I'm like, I'm the queen bee of organization. Just FYI, like I have my little travel sizes, and then you have to like get it down to like a budget, and like not being able to spend money. So like my iced coffee, we all know how I feel about that. I'm so high maintenance. I just had to go out for iced coffee. I had Dunkin' Donuts and this other nitro brew the other day. It was this morning, and it was so expensive. And my coffee is like 10 times better. So I'm trying to, and like my green juice situation, like I have to have certain foods with me because I'm trying to stay on track with that as well. So I put all my stuff in storage. And I've decided that I'm going to travel for, I don't know, however long. So I'm spending half my week in San Diego and the other half of my week somewhere else. So right now, what I really want to do is drive up the coast of Northern California because I've never done that. And one of my clients actually just did that, and it's so beautiful. And 3 other people I've seen on Instagram and I've come across, and they're like, you have to do it. It's so beautiful. And like now is the perfect time. And I'm just like all about living this Airbnb lifestyle. And it's actually going to be like less than paying full-time rent in San Diego. So that's like insane. I'm still doing my adoption. That's going to take a while, but like right now in my life, I just need to live it. I need to live my damn life. I'm extremely lucky that I can run my business from anywhere. I'm literally in my car recording this podcast because I have a meeting at noon. I have another meeting at 1, and then a meeting at 2. And it's just like, I have all these things I need to get done. Like when I come to Vegas, my schedule is jam-packed, like so busy, and I always need time for myself because if I don't like center myself, I get anxiety, and I need to like, do my meditation and listen to my music and write down in my journal like what's going on like in my mind, and then I need to have my planner, my laptop, and my microphone and like all the stuff, and I'm working on my legal cases, so I have to have all that stuff with me. So it's like I cannot be like all over the place. I need to be extremely scheduled. But like while I'm here, the last couple of trips while I'm here, I was so depressed, and I just needed to like escape and like be with my best friend. And it was like really hard because like I couldn't even tell other people like that I was here or like why I couldn't meet up with them. Like I'm always making excuses, but I was just so depressed. And coming back here is like a huge trigger. But now I'm like ready to conquer like what I have to conquer. So I've been back and forth to Vegas quite a couple times over the last couple of months. And, it's hard coming here because this is the place where everything happened in my life completely changed. And now I'm living in sunny San Diego, which by the way, was like 80 degrees and sunny. I'm living my life running up and down the stairs, getting my workout on, and then I come to Vegas, it's 32 degrees. So that was like a reality check. As soon as I got here, I actually went to go get a winter coat, and I got such anxiety. I was like, I don't even, like, I just can't deal with this. Like, why am I spending money on a coat that, like, I'm not even going to need again? So I just, like, bought earmuffs and a scarf. and then it ended up, like, not even being that cold, so it all worked out. See, everything always works out at the end. But, I just want to share my story today and kind of get you all caught up with like what's been going on in my life, because I, number one, share everything on this show, and I've just been like MIA for a month, and that's why. Depression, anxiety, grieving, trying to live a life online, my new adventures, which I'm so excited about. And I'm honestly like so proud of myself about my packing situation. The one thing I do want to get is some cubes, some of those packing cubes, because I think it'll really like help downsize my interior of my suitcase. And I do want to invest in another suitcase, but it can't be all boxy because it takes up too much room. It needs to be like flatter. Like I love Kipling products. My laptop case is Kipling. I have a crossbody, and I love their bags. And actually, when I worked in private aviation, like so many people had Kipling bags because you can fit a lot more in the plane rather than boxy. So I'm looking to just invest in like better luggage. But when I traveled for years, I literally had two 75 to 80 pound suitcases. And the fact that I have my entire life, like what I need, and I'm high maintenance, let me tell you, but I'm like an organized high maintenance person. I've got shit down to a T. Like, it's no joke. And I'm just like, I can't ever believe like how well I did this time. Like, the only reason why I have two suitcases and the other one is so small is because I have my office. And I have like 4 files of legal case stuff. And then I have my podcast microphone. And then, I need my Post-its and my little mini stapler, and I need scissors and my highlighters because I highlight and color code every single thing in my planner every day. That doesn't fit like in my purse. My purse actually has my laptop in it, and it's so my office that's like portable is like all in the small one. And then all my products and clothes and everything is in one suitcase. Like, that's huge for me. Like, I can't believe I was able to get that done, honestly. Like, I'll have to put it on Instagram stories. But I'm just excited for what's to come. I kind of feel like I've been reborn, but like, I don't even know. I'm glad I'm like not like so depressed as I was all last month, like over the last 4 weeks. Like, I'm getting out of it. Like, every now and then I definitely have a situation like that will trigger me, and I just have to try my best to like get through the day. But like the last few weeks especially have been so hard. And then just one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm good. It's time to travel. Like, I'm ready to live my life. So that's what I'm doing. So when you start seeing me in random cities, like, that's what's going on. I've decided to live my life, and I'm very lucky. I don't have to, I'm not stuck in like one spot. Like, San Diego is my home, and that's obviously why I'm there every week. But I just need to like breathe and live, like honestly live, because I forget what that feels like. And that's like such an insane thing to say, but like, I honestly don't know, because I'm like, I've been like literally like a robot. It's insane. So again, that's like my catch up. That's what's been going on. If you want to chat with me live, please download the iHeartRadio app, or again, you can listen on the desktop. You can text me. The number will be in the show notes. And please remember that everything is happening for you, not to you, and something good is coming out of it. I promise you that. And then as far as business goes, anything you want to learn about the Happy Workaholic Network is available at thehappyworkaholic.com. If you're listening and you're looking to launch a podcast, you can check out your podcast production. If you're looking to up your game on LinkedIn, you can visit the Leverage Your LinkedIn page. And then if you're looking to hire a consultant for anything podcast or business related, you can also find my programs there, and I should say packages rather. And there's just like a lot I have going on now behind the scenes, creating these series to push out fall and winter for you guys, because the guests I'm recording with now are so incredible. And I feel like I always say that, but just like, I'm taking this to a whole nother level. Like, I have this show that's available in 64 countries for a reason. And that reason is to share my story, to help others, and to have this platform that will allow other stories to be shared. So I'm very specific with who I allow on the show. And, sometimes it's not always a good fit. I'm not always a good fit for people. I swear I have a mouth. Like, I just tell you how it is. Sorry. And if that's not for you, then that's okay. You don't have to listen to my show. It's okay. You can watch my Instagram stories because I don't really swear that much there. But like, this show is my baby, and like I want to be able to share the stories of so many other women so that we can help other women. This is why like my life has led me here. I know it. And if I don't do something with it, then that just doesn't make any sense, does it? So I'm excited to share what I have with you for you guys in the future. I have if you're not already a part of it, the Happy Workaholic Network Facebook group, I've been kind of going back and forth whether or not I want to keep that going or bring the conversations to my website. So I've decided right now oh my God, I'm totally losing my voice. I've decided right now I'm definitely going to keep it. So if you want to check out my private Facebook group, it's the Happy Workaholic Network Facebook group. Again, that link will be in the show notes. If you are interested in seeing any of my videos for my Med Chat Monday series, that's on YouTube. That's going to start happening again soon. I just obviously like can't help more patients before like I'm helping. I just can't do a lot of things right now I want to do because of these legal cases. So once those are done, which should be very soon, I'll be able to share so much more. And then you'll really be like, okay, I get it now. That's why she's doing this and not over here. And, the puzzle will be finished. There's just a lot of pieces to this damn puzzle. And it's been a very stressful puzzle, I could tell you that. I've learned so much from it. I've learned that I'm about to take the bar next summer and become an attorney to help thousands of other patients, win their own cases and just spread awareness and help share their voice. That's happening next summer. I need the credentials of becoming, of being an actual attorney so that I can do that. So that's happening. And I've mentioned that a couple times before, which I'm really excited about. But today I just wanted to share the story of why I've been MIA, why I didn't tell you I was going to disappear and live a life offline. But sometimes you just can't and life goes on. So I'm back and I'm super excited. And again, if you want to reach out to me online, or now you can message me live on iHeartRadio app or the desktop, or shoot me a text anytime. That is now available. And I seriously am so grateful that you're here, that you're listening, that you're part of my show, that I'm able to come here and record. And I'm just like so excited for these new series to be pushed out because the women I'm interviewing are absolutely incredible. And you're going to want to listen to every single episode. That's all I'm saying. And if you want your own episodes and your own podcast, you know where to find me. So I hope that this message kind of clears the air and clears up like where I've been, what's been going on. Because it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. But if you want to follow my Airbnb journeys, you can follow me on Instagram at the Happy Workaholic, because I'm going to be sharing a lot more of that journey there. I'm so excited. Honestly, you guys, like I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders by making this decision to just live my damn life. So if you are going through something where you're depressed, you're struggling with anxiety, you need to just like escape. I'm not saying do what I did, because nothing in my life has ever been normal. Let's just say that, like nothing, nothing at all. That's just my story, and that's just what's going to help me, heal and, get through this grieving process. And I want to meet more people and travel. So, if you're in the Northern California area, want to meet up, I'd love to meet you. And I have some other cities I'm going to hit up, but just not yet. But soon for sure. And that's it. So know that you're going to get through if something that's going on in your life that, you're struggling with, it's giving you depression, anxiety, like all the things, like you're going to get through it. It's happening for you, not to you. And also, if you ever need like an online friend, or, now you can just shoot me a text. Like it's totally fine. That's why I set that up for you. I want to be here and help you and support you. And sometimes that's hard to do with the people in your, everyday circle. You need somebody on the outside that's like gone through it. I get it. I've been there. I reach out to those people too. So I am so excited to be back. episode 175. Done. Check. Moving on. I'll be back next week. I cannot wait to share some more things with you guys then. Now I'm going to head down to the Las Vegas Strip and get my meetings on. So I hope you guys have a wonderful start to your November. And if we're not connected on Instagram, you can find me at the Happy Workaholic. I'd love to meet you and say hello. And that's it. So thanks again for listening, you guys. I'm so excited you're here and I'm excited to be back. And stay tuned for more exciting announcements. Thank you so much for listening to today's show. If you liked this episode, please share it with someone who you feel needs to hear this message. And don't forget to tag me at The Happy Workaholic on Facebook and Instagram so I can feature you on my stories. And if you have 2 minutes and listening on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, I would love it if you could leave me a review. Those messages mean so much to us podcasters, and they really help me create more of the content that you'll love. Want to continue today's conversation? It's simple. Head to Facebook and search for the Happy Workaholic Network Facebook group. Answer the questions and you're in. For more information on myself, coaching programs, weekly newsletter, and more, visit thehappyworkaholic.com. The Happy Workaholic Podcast is part of the iHeartRadio Podcast Network. Be sure to follow the Happy Workaholic Podcast on iHeartRadio or subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. I hope that your day continues to be happy, healthy, positive, and productive, and I'll talk to you again soon.